Hi friends, Sylvia here, and another Dephemerember prompt. Prompt 11, least favorite ephemera and bookbinder's art. We'll start with the easy one, which is the least favorite ephemera. Just bear with me while I adjust my microphone. Right, I think that's better. Okay, least favorite ephemera. It's not so much my least favorite, it's more a case of I don't really see the point of it. And that would be specimen cards. Why? I mean, what are they good for? Are they good for anything? I don't understand them, basically. It's not so much that they're like my least favorite. I just don't use them, make them. Don't see why. But for this exercise here, we shall make one. Considering that I'm saying here that I don't, make them, use them, or whatever them, I have a die cut. I have a whole box of different things to make them. So I'm using Tim Holtz fabric, and I'm going to use a bit of acetate and Tim Holtz fabric and double-sided sticky tape. So let me entertain you. Oh, this is the wrong one. Oh my, picked the wrong one. This is my double-sided. I didn't want the foam tape. So first I'm going to stick a bit up top, just a little piece, so I can get the fabric attached, and that way I can cut it to shape. Well, not the fabric, sorry, the acetate. That obviously needs to be attached first, does it not? Right, so a bit there. And do a little bit just cut a piece off, might be easier to. Right, okay, so we've got that. So like I said, it's not necessarily my least favorite. It's just I don't see a point of it, and I don't ever use it, really. Which one? So get it. I'll cut it down to size afterwards. Yeah, so, but that's what, get another piece of double-sided on here now to attach the piece of fabric, and then I'll cut it down. I mean, I'm sure they have their uses, and they do look, I mean, admittedly they do look pretty. It's just I kind of don't see the point of them. So this is what I would class as my my least favorite. I mean, I'm one of those people that don't, there's quite a few things that I don't use. It's not that I don't like them, I just don't see the point in them. That's on me. That's not anybody else's except me. So if you like that sort of thing and it makes you happy using, then by all means, please use as many of those things that you would like. Right, so now I'm going to cut it down. The acetate is actually shrink plastic, purely for the fact that I couldn't find my acetate. I have acetate sheets, but I mean, people stamp them, they put lovely pictures behind them. And I am going to use them in conjunction with my bookbinder's art. It's going to be hidden anyway. So now then, that's one. I've made one earlier already, so I'm going to use them. Now we have the bookbinder's art. I sometimes Google the prompts, and especially when I don't know really what I'm going to do. So I Googled bookbinder's art, and then I went to images, and it's given me quite a lot of the sort of outside of books. You know, the covers, various things. But of course, I didn't want to do a bookbinder's outside. So I had a thought of kind of replicating the outside plate of a book. So I'm going to try and make a cover. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to have a little book inside my book with the bookbinder's art cover, and I'm going to put these inside here. And that gives me enough space to do a bit of writing on in the journal. Whether excuse me, whether this is going to work is a whole different kettle of fish. I don't really know whether that's going to work, but I am giving it a try. So I got my heat gun. Excuse me. My heat gun, embossing pen, which is a Tim Holst one. I know you can get different ones, but when I bought these, I didn't know that you could buy different flavored ones. So I really want something to put underneath. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try, and I embossed just an ordinary copier paper with an embossing folder, and I'm going to just go through the lines I do not know if this is going to work, so fingers crossed it will. I do not know if this will work or not. So I'm going to do this in stages because I want to be sure that I catch it. So I don't know how quick that is going to dry. So, okay, let's do a bit more down here. I mean, obviously it is not going to be I hope that I can get it to work and that it will then look like a book plate. Is that what it's called? But that would be, because when I googled bookbinders art, I got a lot of covers, as you've seen in that short clip. So I thought I'll try. Is it gonna work? I have no idea. Soon enough find out, won't we? Let's get this all covered up. Hopefully that stayed wet enough. It's a bit awkward. Right, let's just move this out the way and see if I can get it well, that's worked, so it's good enough for government work. Okay, now I will actually, what I might do is I might round the corners, because that always looks a bit more elegant, pretty, whatever you want to call it. And try this on here as well. Right, so glue that down. Of course, as is my usual, I made the glue go further than I needed to, but never mind. And now I'm going to glue it into my book. As I said, this gives me quite a good space to do some writing on. I'll just clip that down so the glue that I made mistakenly here on the sides can dry. And then I'm going to take my 2 specimen cards and put them inside, because of my least favorite. Oh, although I shouldn't say least favorite, because they're not really my least favorite. They're just something I don't use at all, ever. And I'll put them like so. And then I've got journal space enough to write about my experience for Dephemerember so far. Because we are now, where are we? We've done our second week now, which is least prompt 11, the second week, least favorite ephemera and bookbinders ad. And the next one is bookmark black and white, which I already know what I'm going to do. I love doing this, and I've done something similar before. So that is going to be my next one. I hope you join me for that, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.